Coach Willie Taggart's high-powered offense is not the only show on the field at USF football games. They also feature the Herd of Thunder, USF's marching band. Band members now have what for many of them will be the opportunity of a lifetime. For the second time in the past 4 years, they'll be spending New Year's Day overseas, this time in Rome. Mark Schreiner reports.
In January 2013, the USF Herd of Thunder marched in front of more than 500,000 people at the New Year's Day parade in London, England. Almost immediately afterwards, the organizers of the event, who also arranged talent for the New Year's parade in Rome, wanted to know when the Bulls could return to march in Italy.
So everywhere the Herd of Thunder goes, people are taking notice of the musicality, of the energy, of the enthusiasm of our students. And we're really happy to be representing our band, our school of music, our university, our state, and even our country over in Rome.
As band officials found out when they went to London, it takes a lot of preparations to get 135 musicians, their instruments, and uniforms halfway around the world.
We're taking 22 sousaphones, about 15 flags, a whole drum line. Most of the instruments will actually be sent over a couple weeks before we get there and won't be sent back to back. But we've got to weigh them. We've got to make sure we have all the cases in working order. We've got to send over all the uniforms. We've got to send over all the equipment. It's a massive undertaking.
Bands the size of the Herd of Thunder are extremely unusual in Europe, making the group's trip exciting for both them and their audience.
I'm sure it'll be just as big of a culture shock for them to see a band as big as we are, as it will be for us to see all of the monuments that they drive past on their way to work. So it'll just be an exchange of culture between the two of us.
The Herd will also perform at a street fair in the small town of Frascati and in a Catholic cathedral in Rome.
We're putting together a smaller wind ensemble that's not quite the size of a marching band, and we're playing more wind ensemble music, so that'll be really awesome to get to play in that sort of setting when we're on a marching band trip.
And one of the biggest honors will come when the band performs in St. Peter's Square, right in front of the Vatican.
We're in the process of putting together everything from Ave Maria to Nasum Dorma, and so we have to pick sacred tunes that the Italian people will recognize.
Band members, along with members of the color guard that accompanies them, are looking forward to not just performing, but also seeing a foreign country.
Going out of the country for the first time, I'm half Italian, so being able to go over there kind of back to where my roots are. And so being able to, try the foods, see all the different monuments and everything, so it's going to be really awesome.
The biggest thing I'm looking forward to is going to a new country, especially with marching band. I've never been to Rome before, so this is going to be a first, and I'm going with some of my closest friends in Guard, and it's just going to be like an amazing experience to see all the history, and I don't know, it's just going to be great altogether.
Since the whole band is not making the trip, there will be enough Herd members left to play at any bowl game the Bulls football team gets invited to. But for many of the students, they won't even consider missing the trip of a lifetime.
I never imagined that I would be able to go to Rome with the Herd of Thunder. When I signed up for it, I figured maybe we would go to like a bowl game trip that was still in the state, but I never thought that we would be able to go overseas. So that's a really awesome experience that I'm super excited for.
I don't know, it just feels like such an honor to be able to go over there and represent not only the University of South Florida, but America, like the United States, being able to go over there and almost be like a form of ambassador over there, kind of getting to play in other countries and interact with people.
For University Beats, I'm Mark Schreiner.